Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button, leave a like down below. The wrestling code could be at the Game Awards? What am I getting at? Let's go over to X/Twitter and let me show you something that happened today that has me perplexed. Has me like, wait, what? It could be nothing, but it also could be something. Over to X, let's go. So over here on Twitter, and the guys making the wrestling code posted a new video today, a new mocap session with Tajiri and Sony Ono. I'm going to try to show this. I don't know if I'll get copyright striked or claimed or whatever, but we'll see. It's weird. That's super loud all of a sudden. And what's really cool about this is Wrestling Code is really taking their time to capture the movement of every wrestler. I think that's what's taking so long. Because every wrestler, especially back in the old days, they had a certain styles, and people like Tajiri are a perfect example of that. The way he comes to the ring, the way he moves in the ring, it's kind of like old fighting games where they would have that fighting game stance like in Street Fighter. It's kind of like that. I forget what wrestling game it was, but it might have been Here Comes the Pain where they had fighting stances. They should bring that back. I always thought that was cool. In what was it, in 2K, the 2K series, you're always just standing there like. They should have like, you know, like they're moving around like a fighting stance. I think that'd be cool to bring back. Yeah, mocapping all his movements. So it's really cool seeing Tajiri. That looks a lot like most indie training places or little training halls. Probably like a little warehouse. It's usually what those are. I was surprised he could still do those flips because he's got to be getting up there in age. Man. I wonder how many bones he's broken. Some of these old-time wrestlers, man. Broken like every bone in their body multiple times. Nice. Awesome. And you gotta sell that too. That's pretty cool. I wish we could see the game part of it though. Like how it looks when he's all done, you know, with the mocap. Now, something that really cool happened, and the whole reason I made this video is I posted. Let's go back to my notifications here, and I posted Game Awards reveal ? And Virtual Basement liked it. So what does that mean? Does that mean we're getting a Game of the Year awards? Or the Game Awards reveal? That would be huge, not only for them, but for wrestling games in general. Because as far as I know, I don't think any wrestling game has ever been revealed at an E3, a Game Awards, or any super big event. Not even a Nintendo Direct, if I'm not mistaken. Like, no wrestling game has ever done that. That would be awesome if they were the first ones, not a 2K game, because they're sports games. Let's face it, they're not going to... I mean, and they don't really need the Game Awards, because it's WWE, they're a giant company, they're global, so yeah, anyway. But how cool that'd be. That would put so many eyes on this project. If they got a trailer ready to go, I mean, all it takes is 20-30 seconds. Just a quick highlight reel. And I was thinking, who would be the one to talk to Jeff Keighley and get that in there? Well, if you look at the roster of the game, I would say it could be RVD, who's in here somewhere. I just saw him. I'd say because he's been in the gaming space. He's a pretty cool dude. Jeff Keighley has been around for ages. He might have talked to him, and he might know him. He might have his number back from when he worked for G4. I mean, you have no idea. That the coolest thing about wrestling is that it's it's kind of like a religion. It's all over the whole planet, and they all do this one thing. It's all wrestling. That's why wrestling is such a cool thing to me, because no matter where you go in the world, there's got to be some wrestling indie show running, right? That to me is awesome. So and another thing about the wrestling world is that the big guys that were big at one time and come to the little shows, everybody's met at least somebody that's been in WWE. Like every little indie show I went to, there was some guy from WWE there, or there was somebody from that knew somebody from WWE, or the WWF, the big timers, or WCW. It's like it's amazing how connected the wrestling community, the real wrestling community, the wrestlers themselves, not just the gaming community, but the wrestlers themselves. They're like a giant family. They might not all like each other, which is just like a family, but they truly are like a family. So it's not that far of a stretch to think that one of these tons of people here might know Jeff Keighley, or might have talked to Jeff Keighley. What a cool moment that would be for the Wrestling Code, and as I said, for wrestling games in general, and the genre in general, because I feel like the wrestling genre needs a shot in the arm to get people to come back, because it's only us old folks or these guys that like wrestling. The normal gaming community probably doesn't even touch wrestling games. It's just us hardcore wrestling fans and wrestling video game fans that actually play them. I would love for it to come back like it was in the 90s and the early 2000s. That's when wrestling games were at their peak. There was tons of them. Companies were going out of business. I mean, how cool would it be if this game or Ultra Pro Wrestling catches fire, and then these big developers start going, oh wow, we have an untapped genre here. Let's go make a wrestling game, right? Anyway, am I onto something here? Am I crazy? Am I reading too much into this? Probably am. But that's my major prediction. That's my crazy out there prediction for the Game Awards. Thank you for watching, and stay frosty.